All right, let's dive into something I think a lot of you are going to find really interesting. We're talking golf today.
Golf.
Specifically, how to take your game to that next level. We're cracking open a book called The Middle Core Golfer.
Sounds promising.
And yeah, it's packed with, well, a ton of tips. But what's really cool is it's all tailored to, well, golfers like you, not the pros, not the beginners, right? In that sweet spot.
That middle core, huh?
Exactly. So, where do we even begin with all of this? I mean, there's so much to unpack.
Well, they start with the fundamentals,
Right, the basic.
like they say, strong foundation.
Yeah, can't skip the basics.
That's where it all begins. And in golf, that foundation, well, it all starts with a grip.
Okay, grip. So are we talking like the classic interlocking grip
Mm.
or the overlapping? What is it they suggest?
Actually, they recommend a neutral grip
Neutral.
for middle core golfers. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The idea is you find a balance
Mm-hmm.
between control and flexibility.
That makes sense. I guess if you're not as flexible as you used to be. So how do you even do that? Like a neutral grip? Walk me through it.
Okay, so picture this. You're holding the club more across your fingers. Okay. Thumbs pointing slightly to the right of the shaft. Assuming you're right-handed, of course.
Of course, yeah.
And now here's the key. Those V shapes you make, between your thumbs and index fingers.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Those Vs, they should be pointing towards your right shoulder.
My right shoulder. Wait, do you mean like my back shoulder?
Exactly. Sometimes it's called the trail shoulder,
Yeah,
the one further from the target.
trail shoulder. Got it.
And this alignment, what it does is it ensures that your wrists hinge correctly during the swing.
Ah.
And
Huh.
that translates to more power, more consistency.
So it's not just about comfort. It's like biomechanics, you're saying.
You got it. It's about setting up that whole swing
Yeah.
for success right from the start.
Right from the start. Any tips for actually like practicing this grip? I mean, it sounds simple enough, but
They actually suggest something. It might sound a little funny. Try gripping a towel as if it were a golf club.
a towel.
Yeah. It might sound silly, but it helps you get the feel,
Yeah.
for that neutral position without even swinging a club.
Towel grip, huh? I'm gonna have to try that one.
It's surprisingly helpful.
Okay, so we've nailed that neutral grip. What's next?
Well, before you even think about swinging,
Yeah.
the book emphasizes the setup
Setup. Okay.
in your address position. This is where you position yourself in relation to the ball.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And believe me, this is more crucial than you might think.
Really? So we're talking about like how wide my stance should be, where I position the ball, that kind of thing.
Precisely.
Okay.
They recommend, for the stance, slightly wider than shoulder width.
Hmm.
Not too narrow, not too wide, right?
Goldilocks zone, huh?
Finding that comfortable base
Mhm.
allows for that balanced swing.
Okay. Makes sense. But what about posture? I mean, I've heard so many different things over the years.
Keep it simple. Keep it natural. Slight tilt from your hips, back straight. Not stiff, though. Think like good posture. Trying to stand tall.
Standing tall.
Yeah. You want a natural spine angle. Nothing forced.
So no like hunching over or reaching for the ball.
No, no, no. You want to feel athletic. Ready to move. Ready to unleash that power.
Okay, I like it. Any tips on this from the book?
Oh, I love this one. Try checking your posture in a mirror before each swing.
Seriously?
Quick and easy way to make sure you're starting from a solid position.
Okay, so I'm looking good, I'm standing tall, I'm in the zone, but where do I even put the ball? I always struggle with that.
Well, they actually suggest using alignment sticks.
Alignment sticks. Like the pros.
Just like the pros, might seem a bit much, but can be incredibly helpful, especially if you're working on consistency.
All right, alignment sticks it is. So we've got the grip, we've got the stance, the posture, we're looking good. How do we actually, start the swing?
That's where things get really interesting. They break down the backswing into this
Wow.
beautifully controlled sequence.
Okay.
And it all starts with that shoulder turn.
Shoulder turn. Okay, so I'm turning my shoulders away from the target, but what about my arms? Do I lift them straight up?
Not quite. They emphasize a controlled turn. Shoulders and torso.
Okay.
Keep your trail elbow, that's the one on your back shoulder, close to your body.
Okay. Keeping it close.
This is what creates that coil you hear golfers talk about.
The coil. Okay. So it's like I'm storing energy, getting ready to unleash it on the downswing.
Exactly. Think of it like winding up a spring. The more you coil, the more potential energy.
Okay, I'm with you. So I'm turning my shoulders, I'm coiling my body.
Yeah.
What else is happening during this backswing?
Your weight should be shifting slightly
Hmm.
to your trail foot. That's the one further from the target.
Right, okay.
But here's the key. Your lead arm, the one closer to the target, it stays straight. pointing directly at the ball.
Straight arm. Got it.
That sets you up for a powerful and accurate downswing.
Powerful and accurate, that's what we like. But, sometimes I feel like my backswing it's all over the place. Any tips for getting that smooth, controlled motion?
Absolutely. They have this great drill. Practice your backswing without a club.
What? No club.
Just focus on the shoulder turn. The coil. Keeping that lead arm straight.
Okay.
Might feel a little weird at first,
I bet.
but it's a great way to isolate and refine the movement.
Okay, makes sense. So I'm turning, I'm coiling, my lead arm is straight, and then I'm at the top of my backswing. What happens next?
This is where the magic happens.
I was hoping you'd say that.
The downswing.
Let's hear it.
And they have some really insightful tips on how to make this part of the swing as powerful and efficient as possible.
All right, let's unleash the power. What's the secret?
Well, it's not really a secret,
Yeah.
but it's often misunderstood. You see, a lot of golfers think the downswing is all about arm strength,
Yeah, just swing hard, right?
but they emphasize it actually starts with your lower body.
My legs and hips are getting involved before my arms.
Exactly. The downswing begins with a slight shift of your hips towards the target, almost like you're starting to unwind that coil we talked about.
Okay, I'm unwinding.
This shift initiates the rotation of your torso, and then your arms follow, naturally.
So it's not just about, swinging my arms as hard as I can.
Not at all. They talk about this fascinating concept called lag.
Lag. Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's basically a slight delay
Yeah,
between your lower body rotation and your arms coming through.
a delay. Okay, what does that even feel like? I'm having trouble picturing this.
Think of it like cracking a whip.
Cracking a whip.
You don't just fling your arm forward, you build up tension, that lag, and release it all at once,
Okay, I'm starting to get it.
creating that powerful snap.
All right, so I'm shifting my hips. I'm creating lag.
Yeah.
What's happening with my hands and arms at this point?
As your torso rotates and your arms come through, your hand should be leading the club head,
Leading the club head. Okay.
ensuring solid contact. And here's a key detail, especially for middle core golfers. They suggest striking slightly down on the ball for irons
Down on the ball for irons.
and slightly up for drivers.
Wait, so I hit down on the ball with my irons, but up on the ball with my driver.
I know, right?
That seems counterintuitive.
It's one of those things that might feel strange at first. But it comes down to physics. You know, how the club is designed to interact with the ball.
Okay, I'm trusting the book on this one.
Basically, hitting down on the ball with an iron helps you compress the ball and launch it higher,
Okay, that makes sense.
while hitting slightly up on the ball with a driver helps you achieve, that optimal launch angle and distance.
All right. I can see the logic there. But how do I even practice hitting down on the ball with an iron? It just feels so unnatural.
They have a great visualization for this. They recommend placing an alignment stick on the ground, just in front of the ball,
Another alignment stick.
and aim to hit the ball and then brush the stick.
Okay.
It helps you get the feeling of hitting down on the ball.
Okay, that's a good visualization. I can see how that would help. So we've got the grip, the setup, the backswing, the downswing. We're hitting the ball, we're creating lag, we're using alignment sticks like it's going out of style. What else could there possibly be to this middle core golfer swing?
Well, there's one more crucial element they emphasize.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Balance and stability.
Balance. Isn't that something you either have or you don't? Like you're either a balanced person or you're not.
Not necessarily. Balance in the golf swing is something you can definitely develop and improve.
Okay, interesting.
And they argue it's the bedrock of a consistent golf swing, especially for middle core golfers.
All right, I'm listening. What does balance even look like in the golf swing?
Think about it. Your body is moving through this complex series of rotations and shifts during the swing.
Yeah.
If you're off balance, even slightly,
Yeah.
it can throw off your entire swing, lead to inconsistent shots.
Right, so it's not just about standing still, it's about maintaining balance through the entire swing.
You got it. And they highlight the importance of steady footwork, controlled pelvic motion, even how you finish your swing.
So it's not just about hitting the ball and stopping, there's a whole follow-through involved.
Exactly. They describe this beautiful image of the golfer finishing with their weight fully on their lead foot, body aligned with the target, almost like they're posing for a photo.
Posing for a photo, okay.
And it's not just for show. That balanced finish is a sign you've maintained control throughout the swing.
Wow, so there's so much more to this than I ever realized. But how do I even know if I'm balanced during my swing? It's not like I can watch myself in slow motion while I'm playing.
Well, that's where technology comes in.
Technology, you mean like those swing analyzers they have at golf shops?
Exactly. But they actually recommend a specific app
Oh, which one?
called SportsBox AI 3D.
Okay, never heard of it.
It's designed to give you detailed feedback on your swing, including your balance and stability.
So it's like having a virtual coach right there in your pocket.
Exactly. And they claim it can help identify those subtle imbalances you might not even be aware of.
Interesting.
So you can start working on those areas.
And improve that swing consistency?
That's the goal.
This is incredible. So we've gone from towels to alignment sticks to high-tech apps. It seems like this middle core golfer approach is all about combining like traditional techniques with these modern tools. I like that.
You've hit the nail on the head.
And what I find fascinating is it doesn't just stop at the technical stuff.
Oh, what else is there?
Well, they have an entire section on the mental game,
Ah, the mental game.
which, as any golfer knows, can be just as important as the physical swing.
Absolutely.
I think we're ready for a break.
Sounds good to me. Let's take a pause and come back to explore this mental game and how it all ties into this middle core golfer philosophy. Welcome back. Ready to dive back into those middle core golfer secrets?
Oh, absolutely. I'm hooked. I mean, we've already learned so much about the physical side of the
It's a
swing.
lot to take in.
It is, but now I'm really curious about what they have to say about, the mental game.
Yes, the mental game.
Because we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
You step up to the tee box, 18th hole, you need a par to win. Suddenly, heart's racing, palms are sweating.
The pressure's on.
How do you stay, calm, focused under that kind of pressure?
It's a great question. And one that the book addresses head on. They say a lot of those mental struggles,
Okay.
they actually stem from a lack of confidence in your swing.
So if you don't trust your swing,
Right.
you're more likely to get anxious, make mistakes.
Exactly. When you're second-guessing yourself or worrying about hitting a bad shot,
Yeah. Yeah.
it creates tension in your body, in your mind,
Yeah.
throws off the whole swing.
Makes sense. But how do you build that confidence? Is it just like practice, practice, practice?
Practice definitely helps,
Mm-hmm.
but they take it a step further.
Okay.
They emphasize developing a pre-shot routine.
Pre-shot routine. So
Yeah.
more than just taking a few practice swings.
More than that,
Yeah.
it's about creating a consistent sequence of actions and thoughts that you
Okay.
go through before every shot.
Okay.
This could be visualizing the shot, taking deep breaths, feeling your grip, reminding yourself of those swing keys.
So it's like creating a mental checklist to help you stay focused, block out distractions.
Exactly. And the more you practice this routine,
Right.
the more automatic it becomes.
Makes sense.
And you're less likely to get caught up in those negative thoughts.
The anxieties.
Right.
Okay. I can see how that would be helpful. But what about when things do go wrong? Because, even the best golfers, they hit bad shots sometimes. How do you, bounce back from those moments? Stay positive.
Crucial part of the mental game. They have some great advice for dealing with those inevitable setbacks.
Okay.
They emphasize staying present,
Staying present. Okay.
focusing on the shot at hand,
Mm-hmm.
not dwelling on past mistakes
Right,
or
right.
worrying about future outcomes.
So it's about accepting that, bad shots happen.
They're part of the game.
Part of the game. And not letting them, derail your whole round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They even suggest having a reset routine.
A reset routine. Okay.
For those moments when you need to regroup, get back into a positive mindset.
Okay.
Could be taking a few deep breaths, reminding yourself of your strengths,
Right, right.
or even just stepping back from the situation for a moment.
Okay, I like that idea of a reset routine. It's like hitting the pause button on your emotions,
Yeah.
and then you can come back, fresh and ready to tackle the next shot. But isn't all this mental stuff, I don't know, easier said than done? I mean, how do you actually, train your mind to stay calm and focused on the golf course?
It's definitely a skill. Takes time and practice to develop,
Yeah.
but they offer some practical techniques.
Okay, like what?
They suggest mindfulness meditation,
Mm-hmm.
positive self-talk,
Okay.
even visualization exercises.
Visualizing yourself hitting, amazing shots.
Exactly. So it's almost like, treating your mental game like a muscle.
Working it out.
You need to work it out regularly.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that analogy.
And just like with your physical swing, consistency is key.
Right. Consistency with everything.
The more you practice these mental techniques,
Yeah.
both on and off the course,
Okay.
the stronger your mental game will become.
Makes sense. It's cool how they tie the mental game back to the physical swing.
Yeah.
It's like if you have that solid foundation, in your swing mechanics,
Right.
it naturally leads to, more confidence, better mental performance.
Absolutely. And remember that technology we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, they suggest using it to track your progress,
Okay.
boost your confidence.
So, like using the SportsBox AI 3D app to see how my swing is actually improving.
Exactly. Seeing tangible evidence
Right.
of your progress
Yeah.
can be incredibly motivating.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like those numbers go up on the app and you're like, all right, let's keep going.
Keeps you positive.
Makes you positive even when you're, facing challenges.
Exactly.
But what's amazing is it's not just about hitting the ball further or, shooting lower scores.
Right.
The book seems to promote a more holistic approach
I agree.
to golf. One that focuses on playing your best
Yeah.
and enjoying the game.
I'm enjoying the game. That's key.
Regardless of your skill level,
Absolutely.
it's about celebrating those small victories, right? Like hitting a solid drive, sinking a clutch putt,
Love those moments.
and realizing that those are just as important as, the overall score.
Exactly. And I think that's a message that can resonate with any golfer.
Any golfer, yeah.
No matter their age, their skill level.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
golf is a game meant to be enjoyed.
Well said. I'm feeling inspired. I got to get out there and put some of these techniques into practice.
Me too. And remember, this deep dive, it's just the beginning.
Right.
The real learning happens out there on the course
Out on the course.
with each swing, each round, each challenge you overcome.
So to our listener out there, if you're ready to, take your golf game to that next level,
Yes.
embrace your middle core golfer identity, and get ready for a journey.
A journey of self-discovery.
Self-discovery and improvement.
And who knows, maybe we'll see you out there on the course,
Yeah,
practicing your one-legged drills, celebrating those well-struck shots.
that would be amazing. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the middle core golfer.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration. All right, we're back, ready to wrap up this deep dive into the middle core golfer.
It's amazing how much we've covered, grip, setup, mental game, even technology.
It's a lot.
It really is. But I
bet.
feel like there's one more piece of the puzzle we haven't talked about.
What's that?
The follow-through.
The follow-through. You're right, we haven't gotten to that yet.
I have to admit, it's something I've always kind of struggled with.
Yeah.
It feels like an afterthought sometimes. Like
All right.
once I hit the ball, the swing is over.
Right.
But this book, it really seems to emphasize its importance.
It is crucial. Think about it. It's the natural extension of your swing,
Okay.
and it reflects everything that came before it. A smooth, balanced follow-through.
Yeah.
It tells you you've done all the steps, right?
So it's not just about looking good for the camera after you hit the ball.
Not just that. No, it's actually telling you something about your swing.
Exactly. A well-executed follow-through, it ensures that you've transferred all your energy into the shot
Okay.
and that you're finishing in a balanced position.
Balanced. Okay. So what does a good follow-through even look like for us middle core golfers?
They paint this picture. You finish with your weight on your lead foot, body aligned with the target,
Okay.
arms extended gracefully, chest pointing towards the hole.
Sounds almost poetic,
It is.
like a ballet dancer striking a final pose. But how do you actually get there? What should you be feeling?
It all starts with that smooth transition from the downswing.
Right.
As you hit the ball, your momentum, it carries you through to the finish. You should feel that flow, that balance.
So I'm not forcing anything. It's just like letting it happen.
Exactly. Let the momentum do the work.
Momentum. Okay. And balance, you said. Honestly, I feel like that's where I lose it sometimes, especially if I'm trying to, really crush the ball.
They have a drill for that. It's called the hold the pose drill.
Hold the pose.
After you hit the ball, hold your finish position for a few seconds.
Okay.
Makes you more aware of your balance.
Right.
Make sure you're not rushing through it.
So it's like a little mini yoga pose after each swing.
Exactly.
But what about those times when you just, completely shank it? Does the follow through even matter then?
Believe it or not, it might matter even more then.
Really?
Why? It helps you see what went wrong.
Okay.
For example, let's say you're always finishing off balance,
Yeah.
or your body's twisted weird.
Right.
Could be a sign you're rushing.
Yeah.
Or not transferring your weight correctly.
So even a bad follow through can be like helpful information.
It's giving you clues
Clues. Okay.
on what to work on.
Wow, this is eye-opening. I never thought of the follow-through like that. It's not just an afterthought. It's like a vital part of the swing.
And it gives you feedback.
Feedback, I like that.
Yeah.
So by focusing on, a smooth, balanced follow-through, I'm not just improving my mechanics, I'm also like reinforcing that confidence and control we talked about.
Exactly. It's a final affirmation
Affirmation. Okay.
of well-executed swing, that moment of, like, triumph, completion.
Completion. I love that. Well, I think we've covered just about everything there is to know about the middle core golfer. Grip, setup, mental game, the follow through. This book has been a fantastic guide.
It really has.
And I think what I'm taking away from this is it's not about trying to be someone you're not.
Right.
It's about embracing, your own unique ability.
Your own swing.
Yeah, and developing a swing that feels natural, powerful.
For your body.
For your body, exactly.
Yeah,
It's about enjoying the process, celebrating those little victories.
absolutely.
And who knows, maybe with enough practice, we'll all be holding those, graceful follow-through poses like the pros.
I mean, that would be something.
It would. Thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the middle core golfer. We hope you learned a lot
It's been a pleasure.
and that you're feeling inspired, ready to take your game to that next level.
And remember, golf is a game
It's a game.
meant to be enjoyed.
So get out there, have fun, embrace your middle core golfer.
Your middle core golfer.
Until next time, happy golfing.